Hey guys, what's going on? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer. Welcome to a very special episode. Today I'm going to give you the 2020 Games Room Tour. Pretty exciting. Again, I don't have the best quality as far as showing off my stuff. I did the best as I could. It's a one-man band here, so I don't have the biggest collection in the world. Again, I'm not showing off my collection to brag. I just wanted to do this to have some fun. Spread some positivity throughout the air. We can't be talking about, the negativity on this platform. We can talk about that on another video, but today we're going to keep it positive. Now, first thing I want to say is before I show you guys the tour, thanks so much for watching, subscribing. When I started my little channel over a year ago, I never thought I'd have over 400 subscribers. I kind of want to keep it around 400. I don't want too much more than that because I like being able to interact with everybody and not just like and heart. I like to leave a comment. To everybody that takes time to leave a comment on my channel, I really appreciate it. I've met a lot of nice people on this platform, and we're having a lot of fun each and every day. And even to you guys that don't have, you got your own, I guess you're on YouTube, but you don't post videos. That's perfectly fine. Posting videos is not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody's comfortable in front of the camera. It took me quite a while to get comfortable myself. But like I said, I really appreciate every one of you that has tuned in on my channel. Really humbly appreciate it. So without further ado, on with the tour. Alright, so we'll start with the main living room here. Now I try to keep things really clean, like I said. I don't want to have too much in the way of video game paraphernalia in my house, at least on the ground level. So we'll start here. Obviously I've got the 3 controllers. Got the Ocean Blue. Obviously the Pro controller, the original Pro controller, which I don't use that much to be honest with you. And then here's the Deep Blue controller that recently came with my new Deep Blue console, which I'll show you in just a second. So again, I keep a tidy ship here. I got a new couch recently. It was given to me actually from a co-worker that didn't have any room for it at our new place, so I swooped it up. I was pretty happy about that. So I see here you've got, I think it's 47 inches, I could be mistaken. It's just an LCD TV, nothing special. Obviously I've got Halo 5 on the go here. Got a little bit of a Halo theme going on lately. Soundbar, picked it up at Walmart. It was real cheap. I think it was like 60 bucks, 70 bucks. That's an RCA soundbar and it does the trick. Obviously it's got the red and whites. It's nothing too fancy, right? So run the audio through that and then the HDMI through the Xbox. And that's the Ocean Blue console that I picked up recently, and it's 500 megabytes, and then I've got a 2 gigabyte Seagate external hard drive hooked up to it as well. So very nice, very happy with this setup in the main living room. And sometimes over here, put on some vinyl. So I've got some music kicking while I'm playing. I got some books to read. So that's it. That's it for the main room. Let's go upstairs and I'll show you the Genesis room, and then we'll go to the main room from there. Okay, so moving along into the bedroom, this is where all the magic happens. So, as you can see here, I'm rocking another old school TV, and I had a nicer TV in here. This is 32 inch, but my cat, he's a young kitten, he was lashing his jaw onto the TV, not this one, the other TV I had that was a bit newer, it was an LED, and he was biting onto the screen. So I threw that TV, I kind of donated it, and I put this TV in here. It's an older TV. Dynex, which they don't even know if they sell Dynex anymore. They used to sell it at Future Shop, Best Buy in Canada. So in here, yeah, rocking gears too. Very simplistic in the bedroom. Got the 360 in here. I've got the original black controller that came with my S model. I need to get another controller. I don't know what Radical Rick's talking about, concerned about the new Series 1X coming out next year. About TV stands, because if you look at this TV stand, the new generation of Xbox would fit awfully nice in there. Hell, I could probably even fit it in over here. But anyways, that's my setup in the bedroom here, and I've got a nice blue and green LED bulbs in this lamp here to signify the colors of Team Xbox and Team PlayStation as well, because you know I'm a fanboy of both. So that's it for the game room in the bedroom. So let's move on to the Genesis room. Alright, so here's my Genesis games room. Nothing too special going on here. It is a work in progress. As you can see here, I've got a rocker game chair. Not too bad. And then I've got a nice Sanyo TV here, small TV. And I've got my Model 1 Genesis in here. I've got Outrun plugged in there right now. And this is the good Model 1. This is the high def model, as you can see. So not too bad. Got an extra chair in here in case someone wants to join me. Old school controller. And then up here I got these LED lights for Christmas. It's pretty cool. Change colors. I don't know if I'm going to keep them in here. I kind of put them in here just for the game room. You guys can kind of see if I turn the light off. You know, if I'm playing my games at night, I've got these lights that are sort of flashing. I can put it on one specific color if I want. But yeah, pretty cool. Obviously I picked up the Genesis Mini. I don't think these are selling too hot. You know, there's quite an abundance of them on the store shelves. So I ended up picking this up recently for $39.99, dirt cheap. As you can see, my collection is starting to come to an end. I just want to fill in this shelf here. Obviously the original Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, NBA Jam TE. We've got Jurassic Park, JP Rampage Edition, MK2, MK3. I'm going through this really quickly. Primal Rage, X-Men, Pitfall, Sword of a Million. Got Vector Man. Got Columns, Out of This World, Flashback, Toe Jam and Earl, second one. We've got here the game for the gun game there. What is it called? Can't remember the name of it. Green Dog, Light Crusader. The Game Genie, there's a couple of variations of this, by the way. There's one that has, I think, a purple sticker on it, and there's another one that has a gold sticker as well, depending on if it was produced in Canada or not. This is a real pooched version of NHL 93. I might take that out of the collection. I've got a copy of NHL 97 in box that I could put on the shelf here. It's just 93 is the better game out of the two, and then of course 94 is the best one. This one here I picked up recently, Cosmos. That's just one of the oddball games. Real odd shape to it. Codemasters. Jungle Strike. Obviously we've got The Haunting, kind of collectible, harder to find these days, and obviously Road Rash 2. So there you have it. That's it for the Genesis room. Now let's get on to the meat and potatoes of this video, and I will show you guys the main game room. Alright, so let me show you the main game room. This is what you guys came here for. So I know this video is kind of all over the place. I do apologize, but hey, what can you expect from free content? So, starting with the new TV I picked up recently. Yeah, Halo 2 again here. Picked up this TV at Value Village. I paid 20 bucks for it. And man, you can plug in like 6 or 7, well I'm not going to show you, it's hard to see back there. You can plug in like 6 or 7 different old school consoles. There's plenty of additional plugins on this TV. It's pretty cool. So as you can see here, I've got plugged in the OG Xbox. And I've got the Fat Boy PS2 as well plugged in. And this is the Rocker X game chair I picked up recently at Value Village as well. I refurbished it. Really happy with this chair. Really nice to have this in the game room. I haven't really tested out the sound in it because there is obviously speakers. You can still buy this chair on the market. It's going to cost you close to 300 bucks. It's kind of got like a leather material to it. So yeah, not too bad at all. Now moving along, we'll start over here. We've got obviously the Game Boy collection. I got 2 Game Boy Advance copies here, models here. Here's the ultra elusive SpongeBob SquarePants variant. So picked that one up recently. A couple of Atari 2600 games. I don't have very many advanced games, to be honest with you. I only have a handful. Not really going to read these off. You guys can just kind of take a look. That's not a real version of Trip World. That's a knockoff, a Chinese knockoff. A lot of these are. That there, Wario Land, that's not original, obviously, that blue case. So these are original. That's a Japanese cart. That's Japanese as well. So yeah, I got a pretty good Game Boy collection. I gotta fill it out. I got a few more spots up here. So like I said, it's sort of work in progress. And then here, I'm trying to flesh this out a bit. I've got Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii, Mad World, Red Steel, and then obviously the Wii U games. There's getting to be really expensive here, so you know, obviously Breath of the Wild, I don't really play that. Shovel Knight, the Wind Waker HD, Bayonetta 2, which comes with Bayonetta 1, and Super Mario 3D World. And this is the green case variant, which is kind of getting harder to find. So like I said, Bayonetta 2. This is the copy that's got the additional disc, so it's pretty cool. Pretty happy to have that. This is obviously, I don't collect a lot of these, but it's a GameStop exclusive. So that one goes out to the Lone Wanderer. That's the Wii U I have, just the base model. And here's the cases for some of my Genesis games. I don't have a lot of cases. I started out collecting Genesis, wanting to keep it all boxed, but it's just too difficult because around '93, a lot of the Genesis games, they went the way of the Super NES with the paper the paper boxes. So if John Hancock saw this, he'd probably want to steal it off me. So obviously moving along here, got a few more of these guys here. They're all looking down at Laura Palmer, Twin Peaks fame. The original Xbox, I'm a huge fan. I'm starting to kind of run out of room here. I picked up this case recently at Value Village as well, so it's pretty awesome. It fits all my 360 games for the most part, and my OG Xbox, and a lot of my CDs as well. So it's pretty good. It's my tripod there that I use for my videos. So you can see here, I'm not really going to read off the titles. You guys can just look at them as I go along. Love the original Xbox. It is starting to go up in price, so if you guys are on the fence about collecting, Steelbook case, if you guys are on the fence about collecting for the OG Xbox, now's the time. This one here, the Curse Eyes of Isis, is really hard to find. You don't see this one too often. I picked it up really cheap recently, and it's obviously the cover is a little bit faded, but still, survival horror game in the same vein as Resident Evil. Not quite as good, but still a good game. So I got a really good collection of OG Xbox games. Like, I have nothing but quality here. The Warriors, Blood Wake, an excellent game. Manhunt, Suffering 1 and 2. The Mafia, got the actual map in there as well. Rogue Trooper. I've got Quantum Redshift, which is from the makers of Wipeout for the PlayStation, if you remember that game. They made, this game came out only on the original Xbox, Quantum Redshift, and it's very much like Wipeout. Not quite as good, but it's a good game. This is one of the Holy Grail chase pieces on the original Xbox. Anyone who recognizes this game, you know what I'm talking about. Land of the Dead, Road to Fiddler's Green. This is going for upwards of $100 right now on eBay. Extremely hard to find and extremely underrated. It's a great game. Another more expensive original Xbox game, obviously Concrete Jungle. You can get it on the PS2 as well. And the Holy Grail chase piece on the original Xbox, probably the most expensive game on the system. Stubbs the Zombie, Rebel Without a Pulse. Got really lucky. I picked this one up recently for 40 bucks. Really lucky. So you can see I like my racing games. Reckless, the Yakuza missions. GTA, the 3-pack, the trilogy. A lot of times you see the double pack, but not the trilogy. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. there's a slip case that originally went over this. I don't have it, unfortunately, but I picked this up real cheap. I think I picked it up for 10 bucks at the pawn shop. So it's got Vice City. It's got a lot of little goodies inside. And then you've got obviously GTA 3 and San Andreas. So it's a really cool 3-pack. Like I said, you get all kinds of goodies inside here. You know, you get like all kinds of, you know what I'm talking about. It's good. Moving along here, 360. Obviously, I've got all the mainstream classics. Love my Gears of War. Deadly Premonition, starting to go up in price. Far Cry, you don't see that one too often. That's the one that came out on the original Xbox and was re-released. Far Cry Predator Instinct. So it's actually 2 games in one. So yeah, Far Cry 3, Brutal Legends, Shadow of the Dam, great game. Catherine with the controversial cover art. Lollipop Chainsaw, The Evil Within. I've got the reverse cover art on there. Splatterhouse, Dead Island Riptide, steel case. Duke Nukem Forever, I bought it the day it came out with this steel case. Dead Space 1 and 2. You'll notice I don't like the greatest hits spines. I try to keep it all the white spine. Hot Pursuits, Forza Motorsport, WWE Legends, WWF. 2 Human. It's a controversial game that got pulled off the shelves. Genesis Platinum Hits. So moving along, we'll go over to the main wall. This is the computer where I do all my YouTube videos. Desktop computer. Gaming keyboard. Gaming mouse. Obviously I've got the mic. Here's my strategy guides that I have. Again, I apologize for the poor lighting. So obviously I've got Riven, Myst, my original strategy guide from 1995. The Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, The Warriors, Grand Theft Auto 5, San Andreas, and God of War. So pretty good. And then moving along here, I'll show you guys what I have here. Thimbleweed Park. This is actually for the PC. Lots of goodies inside. Alan Wake for the Xbox 360. This is the special edition that comes in the bookcase, or sorry, not the bookcase, but it's like a book. So I'll actually show you guys what it looks like. Fuck it. So yeah, you can see it's pretty cool. It's got a signature, and then when you pull it out, there's a graphic novel inside. And the Alan Wake files and the game. It's awesome. I love it. So I've got here Gears of War Collector's Edition, Gears of War 2, excuse me. A lot of people see this and they get excited when I show it off. Forza Motorsport 2 Collector's Edition. Mafia 2 Collector's Edition. Picked that up recently. Oblivion Collector's Edition. See, I'm running out of space. I got 360 stuff up here. The Mass Effect trilogy. Haven't really gotten into that yet. A couple of PS2 titles up here. Killer 7. Scarface, awesome game. The Getaway, it's pretty good as well. Multiple times I've had the opportunity to purchase the sequel to that, but kind of held off on it. Jaws Unleashed. There's a new game coming out that looks kind of like this game. Let me know in the comments if you guys know the title of it. Up here, this is what I got as far as the Xbox One games are concerned. Need for Speed Payback, Deluxe Edition. Inside in Limbo, Rare Replay. Fallout 4. Shenmue HD collection with the reverse cover art, excuse me. So very nice. This one here was a GameStop exclusive in the US. Very hard to find. You won't see this anywhere else. Duke Nukem 3D World Tour, physical release. It's got a lot of new levels developed by the original creators of Duke Nukem 3D. So I haven't really played it through yet, but I am happy to have that in the collection, physical copy. Picked this one up, ordered it from overseas. Obviously you can tell by the coding here. Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse, didn't come out in North America as a physical. Resident Evil Origins Collection. I picked up the European variant with the different cover art, as you can see here. Very cool. Siberia 3, another UK exclusive. Or excuse me, it came out over here, but I ordered this from the UK. I'm the opposite of Ken. I like the advisory labels on these boxes more than the North American labels. Crash, Insane Trilogy, big deal, not too rare. Sunset Overdrive, really good game. Sleeping Dogs, special edition for the Xbox One. The Outer Worlds, which I, again, recently finished. Far Cry 4. Mafia 3, not a very good game. Mass Effect Andromeda, haven't played it yet. RDR2, and yes, I have a couple of original PlayStation games. Gran Turismo 2, I gotta get that sticker off of there. Excuse me, is this 2? Yeah, GT2. And then this one here, Fade to Black, I put that label on there, I created it. It's not the original label. Fade to Black's a sequel to Flashback. And I played this one today recently enough for the first time in my life, and I was blown away by it. The original RE2 for the PlayStation. I've had it in my collection for over 3 years, and I finally put it in today. Look out in the future, I'm going to do a video on this. Really had a good time playing that today. This is a Chinese knockoff of the NES Classic, believe it or not. So I've got that here. I originally bought that because I couldn't find a real one, and then they re-released the NES Classic, and I was able to pick one up right here. Super NES Classic, again NES Classic. Got hundreds of ROMs loaded up onto each of these, and they're kind of collecting dust right now. PlayStation Classic, obviously a display of Myst. PlayStation 2 games. So look what we have here. Half-Life. I had to sort of, like I said, print off a cover for this because I didn't have the cover, I only had the disc. I found it in a PlayStation 2 at Value Village. Very hard to find these days. The original Half-Life for the PlayStation 2. Really good game. Extermination. Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm not going to go through them all. Raw Danger. Obviously Code Veronica. Monkey Island. Reservoir Dogs. This is actually the PC version of San Andreas, and what I did was I bought the PC version at Value Village, and it's pretty nice. And then I put the PlayStation game inside, but you can see it's a little bit of a nicer variant over the copy you would get on the PlayStation 2. So pretty cool. Ridge Racer. Back, one of the early PlayStation 2 games. This was actually a CD-ROM. This was not a DVD. So you can tell the disc is a different color if you look at these older games. See if I can pop this off and show you. Yeah, nah, forget it. But you can see here it's a jumbo video. That's how old it is. But yeah, if you can ever take a look at one of these discs, one of these older games, the disc is blue underneath. So you can tell, that's how you can tell it's an older sort of a CD-ROM. Colin McRae, Rest in Peace. Stuntman, Twisted Metal Black. Outrun, Coast to Coast. Burnout, a couple of the Burnout games. Huge Need for Speed fan. RE4, the best version of RE4 right here. Headhunter, a UK variant of Obscure, which is a hard to find game. SSX, a couple of those games. Guitar Hero, Guilty Pleasure, Rock Band, 007, Ace Combat, a couple of the Hotshot games, pinball game as well I have back here. Guitar Hero rocks the 80s. Here's the Xbox One that I currently have for sale right now. I put it back in the box. A couple of games that I'm selling with it that I don't want. Obviously Rainbow Six The Siege. Need for Speed Complete Edition Rivals, not a very good game. Here's the recently acquired Halo 5 Limited Collector's Edition. And here's the holy grail piece of my collection right here. The Japanese exclusive PlayStation Fat model. Only 1,000 of these bad boys in the world. And I was lucky enough to pick one of these up recently. Very happy to have this. Very happy to have this. Obviously some more vinyl records. A lot of loose cables and controllers down there. Old school CRT. And of course I've got my sign here as well. And the Guitar Hero 2 controller. And here's the Guitar Hero box as well. Some more vinyl. And also in the games room, I've got all my DVDs and my Blu-rays and my coveted collection of VHS I have in here as well. So I'm a huge movie buff, as you can see. So that's pretty much going to do it, guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to do it, guys. That's going to wrap up the 2020 Games Room Tour. I know I got this video out kind of early before 2020, but to be honest, the room's not going to change that much. So that's pretty much going to do it. Thanks for sticking with me through this long video. Any feedback or suggestions, anything you think I should change in my games room or add or maybe remove? Let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and you take care.